Aprovechando que estamos en el último día del HP Discover 2016, nos reunimos con algunos de los bloggers para preguntarles si en su perspectiva cumplió con todas sus expectativas el HP Discover 2016 y por supuesto qué es lo que esperan ver el siguiente año. De manera adicional, les preguntamos a ellos qué es lo que opinaban y cuál está entre su lista de deseos más locos ver el siguiente año en temas de HP Discover 2017. Vamos a escucharlos. Ahora estamos platicando con Paul Teich, él es from Tirias Research y vamos a platicar acerca de sus impresiones acerca del evento del HP Discover 2016. So Paul, we saw a big transformation of HPE this year. We didn't see a lot of announcements, but certainly they were just making some noise. In your opinion, this 2016 met your expectations?
Yeah, it did. This year, I think that what I was looking for was some indication from Meg's team that they have an overall strategy. We look at what HP has such a complete product portfolio. We kind of look at it as a bag of parts, and it's sometimes like AWS. It's hard to pull out the overarching themes from this when they have so much to offer. They try and be trying to be everything to everyone. And I think what we saw here at HPE is they're focusing, okay, at Discover. That the Micro Focus spin out, the CSC spin out, some of the language they're using here is kind of honing down to specific markets, specific sets of technologies. And so it's a little bit different than what we've seen in the past, where they've simply just listed everything they're doing. There are major themes here in terms of wireless and campus management, in terms of cloud scale data centers and enterprise. So I've enjoyed it, and I think it was different than I expected.
Yeah, for me, when they released the 3D catch inside of as a new technology and IoT became part of the conversation, I was happy because I think for the first time they are going to be just showing real applications and not only theoretical applications. So I would like to see in 2017 more than that. And I'm expecting, because the new hyperconverged server, the Synergy, is going to be available next year. So probably we're going to be hearing a lot from the customers. But what do you like to see in 2017?
2017, I think for me, there's a couple of things. One is the Edgeline IoT strategy, as you mentioned, is pretty innovative, and so I really want to see the use cases. Okay, Edgeline 4000 especially. It's a very interesting design point with the reusing the Moonshot cards as compute nodes and using National Instruments data acquisition cards. So PXI. We have to introduce embedded technology now into the discussion. So I'm looking forward to kind of where that technology meets the market. What are the applications in the industrial Internet of Things that really call for Edgeline 4000? Because it is such a different design point. I'm looking at one of the themes here was HP had always kind of signaled that the technologies in the machine would be used in other design points, other server product lines. I think that calling it the machine, a singular, right? When you say it's the machine, most folks inferred that would actually be a product, and here they've kind of said no, okay, that's not going to be a product. But still restating that those technologies are going to appear. So I want to see which pieces of the machine appear over the next year in commodity server data center infrastructure.
I agree with you. And when they announced the partnership with NVIDIA, and now we can see the GeForce card being used not only for graphics, but also for compute, it came to my mind one of the things in my wish list that I would like to see next year. I would like to see a new iteration of the machine, probably something closer to quantum computing, but probably we are not yet, but it's in my wish list, you know. So do you have something you would like to see next year that is on your wish list? Even if that's crazy, I mean, that's the idea for the wish list.
Wow, quantum computing. I like that. I think for me, I'm going to be a little bit more mundane. I would like to see persistent memory, large pools of persistent memory, actually deployed in a machine learning analytics, Spark, Hadoop type applications. So they've mentioned some benchmarks, some significant speed ups. I'd like to see them actually deploy that technology this year. I think that we're in this explosion of machine learning technologies, especially. It's changing how we think about big data and analytics, and so that's what I'm really looking for is the promise of non-volatile, large pools of memory in accelerating analytics.